In the 40k universe, there's a lot of super mysterious individuals that we pretty much know nothing about, whether that be their motives, their identity, or even what they actually are for that matter. One such entity is known as the Sanguinor. For all intents and purposes, he seems to be an angelic space marine that shows up seemingly out of nowhere when the Blood Angels need him the most, to deliver the Emperor's divine retribution upon the enemies of mankind. The times in which he chooses to materialize are normally considered the Blood Angels' darkest hours. These are moments where the Blood Angels are outnumbered and outgunned, and all hope seems lost. He doesn't appear just when they're in danger, normally only showing up when the mission they're on is of critical importance. Failure is not an option, regardless of when or how he appears. The Sanguinor brings with him an enormous amount of blood and carnage, showing no mercy to those that would defy the Blood Angels. Sanguinor acts like a living avatar of Sanguinius' wrath, and some believe that he's a literal incarnation of all that was noble in the fallen Primarch. And despite his glorious holy appearance, Sanguinor is an absolute nightmare on the battlefield, ripping and tearing through anyone who gets in the way of completing the objective, leaving a trail of bodies and severed limbs in his wake. When the battle is finally over, or at the very least the objective has been secured, the Sanguinor vanishes without a trace. There's a lot of theories on what this guy actually is, but at the end of the day, they're all just theories. First and foremost, his sightings are so unbelievably rare. Even most Blood Angels don't actually believe he exists. They believe that he's basically no more than a legend that the Blood Angels tell their new recruits in order to keep hope alive. Many Blood Angels, however, know the truth. Regardless of what he actually is, the Sanguinor is definitely real. Members of the Sanguinary Guard believe that his identity is actually that of their founder, an ancient space marine known as Ascalon. This seems unlikely, however, because that would place him around 10,000 years old. And space marines live for a long time, but they don't live that long. Commander Dante, for example, is around 1500 years old, and at this point he's definitely showing his age and basically just wants to die. Members of the Inquisition have a much more negative view of the Sanguinor. Much like Celestine the Living Saint, they view these entities as nothing more than foul warp creatures, as the trained senses of a witch hunter basically can't tell the difference between them and literal demons. Now, if the Emperor of Mankind has literally become a god, it would stand to reason that he would be able to create his own equivalent of a demon prince. So it's theorized by some that the Living Saints and the Sanguinor are literally demon princes of the Emperor. Now, most of the demon princes that we see in Warhammer 40k were originally mortal men and women that through various means ended up gaining the favor of the Chaos Gods, and thus ascended to demonhood. Now, if the Emperor of Mankind was capable of something like this, it would give a lot more credence to the identity of the Sanguinor actually being that of Ascalon. Again, these are just theories and he's still completely shrouded in mystery. Only time will tell if the Sanguinor's identity will ever actually be revealed. But for the time being, he's a super cool character and a really interesting mystery.